As you know, shootings in Philadelphia are commonplace, sadly. Sakar Johnson Jr. died in his father's arms after being shot during a July 4th cookout in West Philly. He had a store there, and the cookout was in front of his store.
My dad had 3 kids. All of us made it past 23. My son did, but he never made it to 24. My son is the greatest person, other than my grandmama and my grandpa, I've ever known in my life. He's everything I wish I would have been.
Another person lost his life at that scene. Captain Matt Gillespie, commander of the 18th District in West Philadelphia, joins us. Captain, good to see you again. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Unfortunately, it's once again to talk about the violence.
Yeah. So, did you know Sakar Jr.?
No, I didn't know him personally. I knew of the store, and you know, it's important to say that the business that was there before was not a business that was, conducive to 60th Street and positivity. I'll say that. And Sakar took over the business, improved it, made it a positive place. He built that himself, but my officers knew him from walking around. He would always engage with them. He would always talk with them. So 2 officers in particular were very upset when this happened.
I guess,
and not to mention the community. I mean, so many comments on his Instagram page, and so many people talked about, out of all people, not him, because he was such a positive person.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to his father at length that night, and that really touched me. And to be honest, it upset me. And we see this over and over and over again in Philadelphia, whether it's a 15-year-old at Christie Rec, people that are not involved getting caught in the crossfire, getting shot for no reason, and it's completely unacceptable.
Yeah, last night or yesterday afternoon, 14 and 15-year-olds shot.
And it makes you wonder, though, because there were so many casings that were found, more than 100. There weren't even enough markers left for that, what the intention was of the suspects here.
You know, I'm not in their mind, but what I can say, if you're shooting 103 rounds on July 4th, obviously you feel emboldened and you have no fear to do that. And that's another issue that the city and the police department and our partners obviously are concerned about and need to address.
Well, what have you heard since Sunday night? Like you both said, 103 to 105 rounds shot. And how many people were involved? Were there 4 shooters?
In terms of the investigation, that I don't really want to get into at this point, but there was 3 victims. So there was another man that lost his life, and there was a 16-year-old young lady that was shot 4 times.
Yeah, she was shot 4 times. So somehow she is surviving. And then Salahuddin Mahmoud lost. That life is also lost.
Lost his life as well.
Yeah. And that is the cousin of Senator Street?
That's what I'm hearing. Yes, that's what I'm hearing.
My goodness.
And 10 minutes before this shooting, we had a young man who left the McDonald's where he worked in 52nd and Chestnut, and he was shot. So my 18th district officers, they're running around all over that night, very busy. Some of these officers, including myself, have never seen violence in a 3-hour period like that before ever in my career.
It's on the front page of the Daily News today. We're going to get a shot of it here. Reuben Jones is on the front here. I think he's actually been on our show a couple times. He's an advocate, for his community and talking about the violence. And his quote in the paper is, in reality, none of us know what the hell to do about it. How many times have we been on with you, Captain? What is the reason? How do you solve this?
I'm just one part of the big picture with this. And our part in policing is really there are people that need to be held accountable. That's plain and simple. There are people that need to be off the streets, as unattractive as that may be. They need to be removed for their own safety and others, and need to be held accountable. That is a big part of it. The mayor's office is putting millions of dollars into anti-violence. I do personally believe in that. But we need to, you hear this constantly work together. All of our partners, from the court system, the district attorney's office, our state and federal partners, but the accountability needs to be there for these individuals that commit these acts and the repeat violent offenders that carry guns.
So what do you mean by that accountability? Just get them off the street.
So, yeah, I mean, what I can say is in 2019, we had 125 firearm arrests. 2 people got state prison sentences.
Wow.
2. That's it. in the 18th district. In 2020, we had 176. Nobody at this point has got a state prison sentence.
What?
So that's where we are. Now, we need to combine that with our anti-violence efforts and preventions and community engagement and employment and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And about that part, because I know you mentioned that millions are being put in.
Yeah.
And I know I'm sure a lot of people are saying, well, where's the money going? I guess is it more long-term things, and that's why it's just going to take a while?
You know, I'm not really involved in those discussions, but what I can say is there are anti-violence groups out here in West Philadelphia. There are people that are doing this without getting paid. So any kind of financial assistance will help them. They do an excellent job. And they're out on these streets, you know, at night doing this, talking to the same people that we are, trying to de-escalate and stop this retaliatory gun violence.
And we know there's been lots of rallies. We know that there's going to be a news conference today to talk about what happened as well. I just hope that it's not falling on deaf ears.
Wow.
That's the thing.
I don't think so. I think that there are people that are in the city, in city government, in the communities, the block captains, the ward leaders, our elected officials, in the police department for sure, federal partners that are listening, that are up late at night and are very, very worried about this, as are my officers.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
was more
Captain.
referring to the people who are causing these issues and seemingly seem to be okay with what's been happening in Philly. But yeah, it's going to take certainly a group effort, everybody coming together.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Captain, as always.
All right, thank you.